What's up guys, it's Nightwing2303 from WearTesters.com. Today we got the performance review on the KB Mentality 2. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So as you guys can see, the outsole tooling on the Mentality 2 is identical to the Mentality 1. However, it does perform at a higher level. How does that even make sense? It's pretty easy. All they did was tweak the rubber compound just a tad bit, so this stuff here actually grips the floor much better than the original version. Even though they use the exact same outsole pattern and everything, like literally nothing on the bottom of the shoe has changed between the 2 and the 1 other than the rubber compound, and the rubber compound made all the difference. So now it gives you greater traction than it offered before, and they already had pretty good traction. So dust or no dust, this shoe's outsole is one of the most reliable I've used in quite some time. Is it Hall of Fame reliability? You'll have to check WearTesters.com to find out. Now as far as cushion, they come equipped with what is now basically like a standard Lunarlon drop-in midsole. And what I mean by standard is just that this is kind of a basic setup for Nike now. Lunarlon's no longer the latest and greatest in their foam technology. It's still good, don't get me wrong, so I'm not bashing it or anything, but it is just a basic setup. For the price, full-length Lunarlon is a great cushion source for guards. However, with the drop-in midsole setup, this allows a $100 shoe to be much more than just a basic $100 shoe. So if you're a Kobe connoisseur, so to speak, and you happen to have, I don't know, the Kobe 11 handy, you could take the midsole from that shoe and put it inside this shoe and get a greater cushion source. Same thing applies with the Kobe 8 and the Kobe 9, even though the Kobe 9 is pretty much the same exact thing as what actually comes with the Mentality. But the Kobe 8 actually had options, so some of those weren't just lunar, they actually had zoom and whatnot. So it's always a possibility. Would you be able to stick the LeBron 11 midsole inside the Kobe Mentality 2? The answer is yes, but that midsole is a lot thicker than these guys here, so you're going to be raising your foot up just a little bit and it might compromise the heel lockdown. So what I'd recommend is going with low profile, since that's what the shoe was actually designed to do. So again, for $100 you get something that's really decent, but if you happen to just buy shoes all the time, or you have, you know, multiple pairs of Kobe's from years past, whatever it might be, use the stuff that comes in those because the cushion is greater than this. In my opinion at least. Now besides the rubber compound, the materials are the thing that's really different between the Mentality 1 and the Mentality 2. If you guys remember, the Mentality 1 was basically a straight up fuse upper. It was all fuse all the time. These guys a little bit different. What they actually do is have fuse in strategically placed areas for high wear and stress, and then the rest of the shoe is flyweave, so it's nice and soft and it's very comfortable. Basically, you get the same exact materials as the KD8, but for $80 less. Who's gonna complain about that? Not me. The only thing that I can complain about is this small little strip of fuse right here. It's right where the toe flexes. So as you can see, it goes straight into the top of the toes. Now that's just uncomfortable at first. That actually does break in. But like I said, if I'm gonna actually complain about something, that's the something I'm gonna complain about. And something that I also really like is that the flyweave is actually flyweave. So this section right here is backed by a different material just for a little bit of extra strength. But all of this stuff right here in the toe is full flyweave, and then all of this stuff right here is full flyweave as well. So it's not really glued or anything like that. You're literally getting a performance woven upper for $100. And that's just something that I think is great. So you can say hats off to Nike and all that stuff because they're giving you more for less, so to speak. But what's really happening is that there's just more competition out there amongst other brands that were already offering you more for less, which forces Nike to do the same. So you should be thanking everybody else for putting Nike on their heels. Now in terms of fit, I feel like this shoe is exactly the same as the original because it pretty much is. Everything from the tooling to the last is all the same. And what I did with the last version is went up half a size, and that's what I did with these guys, and they fit me perfectly. So if you've already owned the KB Mentality, the original, then whatever size you wear in that, make sure that you get that in this if you're interested in the shoe. If not, and you've never worn either of the pairs before, I do recommend going up half a size, going up half a size, going up half a size. Wide footers, you know, best of luck to you. I don't have a wide foot, so I really can't speak for you. All I could do is say that what I did is go up half a size from my regular size. Now because of the modified upper, the lockdown and support has increased from the previous pair, but just slightly. Something that is definitely constructed a lot better in this pair though is the heel area. It's got a lot more padding, it's a lot more sculpted back there, it fits the foot much nicer in the back, thus giving you slightly better lockdown and support in that section. Now just like the original Mentality, the support is pretty much on the minimal side. side, but it gets the job done perfectly fine, literally no complaints. There's an internal TPU heel counter right there in the back, just like you'd expect in any other shoe. This aids in keeping your foot on the footbed rather than rolling over it. There's also a small lateral outrigger for stability, and as I stated before, the tooling hasn't changed, so the outsole is the same exact flat, stable outsole that you got in the previous model, and with it being nice and flat like that, it's increasing your natural stability, so you're not feeling uneven while you're on the floor. Being low profile, as I mentioned before in the cushion section, also helps with that. So initially I wasn't interested in testing this shoe at all, basically because from a visual standpoint, it literally looks almost identical to the original version, especially from a performance standpoint. However, the small changes that they've implemented, being the rubber compound and the materials used, I do feel that the changes that they made were actually significant enough to not only just warrant a test, but to also say that this version is greater than the original. And when you're comparing this shoe to the Kobe 11, for me personally, I actually like this one better. Never thought that I'd ever say that, just because, I mean, the Kobe 11 is the signature model, it's a flagship. The lower tier model is not supposed to outperform that, but for whatever reason, it does. This shoe is so close to the Kobe 8, but with better traction. It's crazy. For the price and the stuff that they offer you, not only the materials, the cushion it comes with, and the awesome traction, those are high quality performance features for a budget price. No frills, no gimmicks, unless you count the drop-in midsole. It's just a simple performance shoe that gets the job done, and it comes in under budget. If you guys ended up with a pair, I highly doubt that you'd be disappointed. So that pretty much takes care of it. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support. If you're interested in these guys and you want to know a little bit more, you can always go to my site, WearTesters.com. The weight and performance scores are going to be over there. And if you guys have been playing in this shoe, let me know what you guys think. Oh, by the way, yes, these are recommended for both indoors and outdoors. I had no problem with either. So thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all your support. And until next time, guys, have a good one. Wow. shout out to USPS, man. Damn. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. They've also got this leather-lined cushioned insole that comes in the shoe as well. Now the shoes do fit true to size, so whatever size you normally wear, that's what I would get. And it's just a really nice, clean, simple, casual shoe. Get your grown man game on. Not everything is always